Assalamu alaikum, everybody. First of all, the coronavirus topic is not a topic I'm interested, so I'm gonna be super unmotivated in this, video. And then all this crap is really irritating too, and the way the way the voice sounds. But anyway, starting off with the hadith that there's four hadith I want to mention. The first hadith is about the Prophet ﷺ said that if you hear of an outbreak of plague in a land, do not enter it. But if the plague breaks out in a place where you are in, then do not leave that place. Meaning, Islam wants to contain a plague or a epidemic in one location. It doesn't want it to spread. Unfortunately, this is not what happened. Of course, people moved around, and now it's all over the world. It continues to move around. But then, it makes you think about why people close masajids, and we're trying not to have that communal spread carry on, which is good. Second, this is kind of like a good news. The Prophet ﷺ said that plague is the cause of martyrdom of every Muslim. So meaning that if you die by a plague as a Muslim, you die as a shaheed, you die as a martyr, which is a very very noble death. So good news. And all those people who are bad mouthing people who are pious and perceived to be pious, who have got coronavirus, that doesn't mean they're sinful. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. And there's not even telling that if they're even good people to begin with, or if they're pious or not. It's whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, going forward, I just want to mention, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends an adhab, right? If this is an adhab, right? Because we never know what is an adhab and what is not an adhab. It's just Islam tells you what to do. That's what's important. Islam tells you, it comes in another hadith of Prophet ﷺ, when he used to see strong wind blowing, he could just get concern on his face, also in description, and he would supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and seek his help and aid, and make dua. And that's what we're supposed to do with coronavirus happening and stuff like that, because that's what Islam's taught us to do. We're not necessarily supposed to go around labeling whether this is an adhab or not. It's not important. It's not important. The second part I want to say is, the past, Islamically speaking, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used to send an adhab on a group of people, for example, he would rain down rocks to kill a nation, or flip the ground upside down on them. Might be shocking for those who don't know. This is the time before Prophet ﷺ, so there are other prophets before him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used to send it on all that community. And if a person who is pious is left inside that community when it happened, he will also die. But it's not important if he dies or not, because in the end of the day, it's a reckoning that's going to be important. Of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before sending these adhabs, he would tell the prophets, to take their people and leave from this area before the adhab commences. So the point is, even if you die, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't mean that you're a bad person or a bad Muslim or anything like that. It can happen to anyone, and it's non-discriminatory. So in essence, it's about getting reckoned afterwards. And last hadith that I want to mention is this. This is another pet peeve, you could say, or annoyance of mine. The Prophet ﷺ said that there is no adwa, and this word adwa is highly debated upon scholars. But this person who translates this hadith thinks this way, and I do too. That it means that there is no contagious disease is conveyed without Allah's permission. So I know some people are I can still shake hands and stuff like that. If Allah wills, I won't get. I have tawakkul on Allah that I won't get sick. Yeah, you have tawakkul on Allah that you won't get sick by shaking hands, but Allah can also make you get sick by shaking hands. Diseases can spread by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can also be protected by it. But you don't have control over Allah's will, so you don't know what will happen. And Islamically, we see that there is some conscience of stopping an infection. So I don't see how you're following what you should be doing. But that's a personal opinion, and trust me, it's highly debated. So I hope that helps clarify things. The hadith will be in the description. Assalamu alaikum. Stay safe.